Hey, it's your girl Claudia Jordan. I am back with TGIF. We're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to sip on this hot tea. Please welcome Al Reynolds. What's up, Al?
What's going on, Claudia?
Excited about tonight's show because our special guest co-host for the week, actress, advocate, and now Emmy award-winning media personality, T.S. Madison. What's up, Madison?
Hi, baby. How y'all doing? Claudia,
Welcome.
I miss you, Claudia. Al, I love you. How you been?
I know, it's been a minute.
Yes.
Last time I saw you were the BET Awards, right?
Yeah, we were there at the BET
Right, in
Awards.
LA.
In LA.
Well, we are lucky to have you because you stay busy. I saw you close on another house today on social media. So congratulations. We're very, very proud of you. You already know I'd be texting you like, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Like, I'm really proud of you for real, for real.
Thank you, sister, very much. Thank you very much. Yes, I did close on my house today. It was just, I was excited and also trying to push through because I've had a really bad cold since I came home from the Emmys.
Light flex. Light flex. Light flex. Are you excited to co-host, a guest co-host?
Always. Listen, you know, Fox Soul is my family. And you know, turned out with T.S. Madison was over here on Fox Soul. That's the show you produce. So you call me, I come.
Well, since you're hanging out with us this week, we must take time to celebrate you winning your first Emmy Award for your role on RuPaul's Drag Race. How does it feel to receive such an honor? And look at you, Tamara, you're doing all the things.
Well, I'm so glad to be a part of organizations that are Emmy winning and Grammy winning, like, you know, Beyonce's album, RuPaul's Drag Race. Hopefully by next year, I'll be holding my own Emmy that has something that says T.S. Madison, some show on there that I'm the host of. So, you know, all of this stuff is just preparing me, you know, for all of my own accolades like that.
Well, it seems like you are really good at manifesting. You know what I mean? Like, I have no doubt that probably won't be able to get you next year when you do have that, but we'll just see you on social media and just give you a flowers. Now, speaking of winning award, the Tamron Hall Show received a GLAAD nomination for your episode, Unapologetically Me. Are you excited about this nomination? That definitely has your name on it.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this nomination because, you know, everywhere I go, I try to be unapologetically me. And I get the opportunity to be a host, to be a personality, to be an actress, to be a producer, and I do it all on my terms. And when I went to Tamron Hall Show, I went to Tamron Hall Show on my terms, and I didn't know that it was going to be received so well, but hey, it's me.
Right.
Was that arrogant? Was that arrogant?
Oh, you know, there are people that are arrogant because they appeared in one music video and they feeling themselves, they got their entire life. And then there's people that earn their arrogance, and you're one of them. And I don't think you'll ever be a jerk about it. I think you're proud, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's get into it. We are grateful to have you. Thank you so much for joining me and Al. We are super excited to have you. Before we start the show, we like to send our thoughts and prayers to the King family. It's been reported that Dexter Scott King, the youngest son of Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King, has passed away after battling prostate cancer. What are your thoughts? Briefly, Al.
Oh, you know, I send my condolences to his family, to the King family, and all involved. And this just testament, guys, especially African-American males, we are disproportionately affected in our community to prostate cancer, and it's taken our lives and it's taken them way too early. Please, please, please get your exams, and especially starting at the age of 45. Now, I think the number has gone down. Start your exams at 45 so that if there is any cancer, they can catch it and they can treat it because it is treatable.
And that also goes for Black trans women too. Please, even though we identify or we fall on the umbrella of women, we still have to get our prostates checked.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Well, let's get into the show. What are y'all sipping on tonight? Our guest first. Maddie, are you drinking tonight or not?
I'm having a little vodka cranberry, you know, just a little cranberry, wait a minute. A lot of cranberry, little vodka.
Oh, okay. Well, only because you're not feeling well, but we expect you to get lit with us before the end of the week, okay?
Yes, I promise.
Al,
It's
you
like the
guys,
same TS that was on just like a couple of months ago. Now, last time it was a whole lot of vodka and a little bit of cranberry. All right, we got to ditch this cold TS. I'm having my buttery Chardonnay because we got some hot topics to talk about today, and I can't
Well,
wait
let's
to
pour
dive
it.
in.
let's do
Let's
it.
pour
Let's go.
All right, it seems like Jeannie Mai is Jenkins. That name just will always kill me. Like the most white girl first name, the Asian middle name, and the blackest last name is giving Jeezy some pushback after requesting the court to hold off on enforcing the prenup with her soon-to-be ex-husband. Now, according to documents, Jeannie Mai needed more time to view the paperwork since the former couple quickly negotiated the prenup just 5 days before their wedding. What are your thoughts, Al? Let's go to you first. What do you think?
So, let me start off by saying you guys know that I support interracial couples, okay? So I don't want people to take this the wrong way. But this story is getting more and more complex, and I can't understand why or how it's still growing all these legs. Like, let me ask you two, TS and Claudia, does it feel like because of Jeannie Mai's like white adjacency, is she using a Karen card now? Is this considered a Karen card? Because if you ask me, you signed the prenup. You insisted that the prenup be done before you got married. Who cares how many days it was? You signed it. That means you agreed to it. So I don't understand this look back. We don't get look backs on prenups. If that's the case, can I get a look back? I'm not understanding this. And I just don't understand what's the point. She works, she makes good money. He works, he makes good money. Is this over child support? Is this over, what is this over, a spousal support? What is this all over? I'm not understanding the gist of any of this. And the streets are saying, if I'm not mistaken, and soulmates let me know, the streets are saying that Jeezy has moved on anyway, and that he's got Faith Evans in his eyes.
Speaking of eyes, you mean to tell me with them eyes she didn't read the fine print?
Right.
First of all,
So is she driving a car or is she reading the damn prenup?
Right. How do you have a look back, Claudia? How do you have a look back on a prenup? That's all I'm asking.
don't ask me. I fucked mine up too. I didn't have none. It was nothing to prenup. The only way I'm just disappointed in her representation, right? Because listen, now there is a case to be made if you signed under duress. That's the only way out of signing something, because signing something would signify that you agree to it. Now, if you sign over immense duress, emotional stress, all that kind of stuff, where you're being forced, that's one thing, but it doesn't sound like that. I think saying, I didn't read it, that's your fault. That's your fault. That's you. Oh, and
but how does she not read something so intrinsic? It said emotional cheating, texting, sexting, phone calls, inappropriate pictures on iPad, cell phone, or any mobile device.
Maddie, what do you think?
How do you get all of that in this prenup, but don't read it?
Girl, I think Jeannie Mai Jenkins need to go somewhere and sit down all the way down. She knew that was Jeezy the Snowman when she first met him. So anything that she got in betwixt all of that, she saw it, and just like she didn't see on that paperwork, she need to close her eyes and go on about her business.
Not you comparing her not reading it right to not driving.
Right.
I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, Boosie is once again back in the news after calling out the LGBTQ plus community for allegedly bullying him. Check this out.
No gay bro, y'all bullies, bro. I guess I'm the only one who speak up for straight people, so I'm gay. Anybody who speak up for straight people, y'all say gay. Crazy.
All right, what are your thoughts on Boosie's remarks? And are y'all tired of him speaking against the community? Maddie, let's go to you first.
Girl, I'm so sick of him. That man having post-trauma from that jailhouse story he told us when he got out. He's still fighting that erection to this day. To this day.
Wait, what jailhouse story?
What jailhouse story?
You remember when he was locked up, honey? He told us that man was in the shower and it was a Coke can situation where he didn't understand about the Coke can. If the Coke can sitting in the shower, that means two men and they're having a situation, and he walked in the bathroom and one of the inmates was riding another inmate's penis.
Oh.
And he stood there and he watched it. And I said, honey, you've been fighting that erection ever since you came home and told us that story. Every time it's some homosexual activity, transsexual activity, he the first one jumping up. I tore him up about a week ago or 2 weeks ago for his take on the color purple. And my thing is, Boosie, why the only time we see you is when you having some homosexual discrepancy? Now,
Right.
your actions are very telling, honey. They're very telling. Al, what say you?
Yeah, I agree with you, Maddie. It's funny because I feel like if Boosie didn't interject himself into the LGBTQ business, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. Listen, he's not the only black male with the platform that don't stand with gays, that don't agree with all that they do. But you don't see or hear those black platforms, those black straight male platforms constantly speaking into this space of the LGBTQ plus community. That's where the problem lies. He's always talking about gays business. Let's start and stop right there. There's nothing else you need to know. If you are so interested in it, then if you weren't so interested in it, then you wouldn't talk about it. The fact that you're always talking about it means that it is front of mind for you. And you probably need to discover why gay anything, gay whatever is front of mind for you.
Let's talk about him. He need to talk about the time that he had those grown women performance or fellatio or sexual assault on his 12 and 13-year-old nephew and son. Let's talk about that. Why are we not up in outrage and up in arms about that? Why are we not that conversation?
I definitely think that's a problem. And I think that's like the misogyny in our society where it's like they will basically praise their young sons being sexually assaulted and molested because it's cool. And it's like, yeah, that's my son. But you let the little girl have 2 dicks in her mouth and it's going to be a problem.
Right.
We got some comments from the chat. Dex in the city said, and this is a comment from the soulmates, this is not from me, said booty hole twitch every time Coke can. Tea Time said Boosie is mad because he can't find a man. King Feli said he wants a boyfriend so bad. And Nyla Jones says being gay comes with a life of bullying, so get the hell out of here, Boosie. And Ansel D'Angelo.
T.S. Madison said, Booster, you still fighting that hard dick you had from that incident you watched in the shower.
Just in case we didn't hear it the first time.
Boosie, I feel like you may really in your mind think you're being bullied, but I will say you have control over this. If you just stop commenting for maybe 6 months on the community, and then when you do, it's like kind of like, oh, wow, we haven't heard from him in a while. I think it would be a little bit more valid, but when every single time we're covering you, it is about this. That's why people saying you must like be, kind of downplaying some feelings you have or trying to hide. That's what the word is. So maybe just take a break from just speaking on it for like 6 months.
Yeah, stay out of gays' business and you won't be bullied. This is easy.
Or make some music. Ain't that's what you do?
I mean, he had the one. It's been a minute.
Wipe me down, Boosie. Wipe me down.
He might want to wipe you down. Okay. Former rapper turned pastor Mase is criticizing Dwyane Wade for painting his nails. Mase appeared on Cameron's sports show and said, "This is like seeing Jordan in lingerie. It's just crushing me. Pause. It's something you don't want to see. It ruins everything for you." Mase added, "It's like when you have somebody you looked up to, you appreciate their work as an athlete, and then they go do this. It's like, we can't do nothing with that man." What are your thoughts on Mase's remarks, Al?
I don't know. This really felt kind of weird, right? I don't watch that show, but I do see the clips, and they're quite engaging and they're interesting. And from the clips that I've seen, they do speak into a space that I could see why people follow them. But this is what I find confusing, all right? And that is how straight men commentate, or what appears to commentate around non-masculine attributes. But it's only with certain guys, because let's be very clear. Mase and Cameron aren't talking about Drake, A$AP Rocky, or Lil Yachty. All of them wear fingernail polish. We're not talking about that. I find it interesting that men like this like leaning in on dudes that have this aura or this talk around them as it relates to their sexuality, and especially in this case with his transgender daughter, and then just the rumors around him and Gabrielle. I don't like that. I say keep the heat for everybody and keep it the same. Cameron just was drugged. Your co-host was just drugged for carrying around a lined pocketbook. And I hate to say it, it looked like a lined pocketbook to me. So if you're going to have the heat for this 5-time champion, then have the heat for your co-host too when they do things that aren't so masculine in your eyes.
All right, Maddie, what do you think?
It's too many men worried about men. What's going on here? It's so many men in men's business and so many men in other men's home. So you got to watch those people that always worried about what's going on in somebody else's house. Okay, Dwyane Wade wear fingernail polish. Okay, there was a rap verse that he said that what was it? Mase said that he loved her. He was in love with her deeper than a brother. Something it was. I was like, oh,
that was Diddy.
That was Diddy.
Father, my girl, you were like brothers. Yeah, I need a girl.
Let me explain something to you. All them in that area right there, I got a magnifying glass on them. Honey, it seems like they have all been swallowed. Swallowed up.
Ruthie Huxtable said, stop. Robin was a great athlete and was different. And Ansel D'Angelo said, Mase needs to worry about getting the rest of those bad boy coins from Puffy. And that was someone who can pay his bills on time is putting on nails. Listen, I'm going to say this. You can comment on a man's nails. I take the sexuality out of it because Dwyane Wade, as far as we all know, is a straight man married to a straight woman. I don't like how the nail polish looks. That ain't my personal taste. What I would like seeing a man. That's not coming from a gay, straight thing. I just think it's ugly. But I just think it ain't just men speaking on men's business. I feel a lot of men are speaking on everybody's business. They got smoke for women. They got smoke for teenage girls. They got smoke for each other. We have seen a total shift where men are the most chatty patties out there in all the lands. And the women are the ones sitting back like the boss is like, let's see what they about to talk about this week. Because that's what I've been seeing personally. I see a lot of it across the board. Mase, you have every right to speak on Dwyane Wade. You can have an opinion on the nail polish, but then you also are, open yourself just like we do, that we can also speak on it as well. We can have an opinion on you have an opinion, right? Fair enough?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I feel like I keep saying, if you look at the NBA and you look at the NFL, Claudia, when you look at them arriving game day, their dress is so different than my generation. Like now, they have on fingernail polish. They have a ring on every finger. Some of them have their hair straighter better than yours, Claudia. They wear furs. They wear leathers. Their pants are so tight you can see everything. Like that back in the day used to be considered gay. That used to be non-masculine. So what is he saying? Like, what is he saying? I mean, have the heat for everybody and not just one person that you're
I gotta go to break, so I'm sure we'll be talking about this again because it seems like it's happening every single day. All right, coming up next, find out why y'all set me up going into the story after that. Coming up next, find out why Shannon Sharpe has been trending outside of his Cat Williams interview. I'm trying to keep a straight face. And later, we have an update on the man living in a storage unit. He didn't listen. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
What's going on, Claudia?
I'm in the White House, and if I'm not on the show tomorrow, then it's unhappy.
You in prison.
TGIF.
Listen to what you just said. You are broadcasting your show from the White House. If that is not the hope and the dream of the slave, then I do not know what is.
Live and interactive.
I just met the White House press secretary, and she knows me, and I think she knows me from T. I said, I have to go broadcast. She goes, oh, that's right, you're live. And I'm like, you know about us.
On Fox Soul.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
We got a few new phrases the kids are out there saying, and I want you to tell us what you think they mean.
McMillan and Mara.
Donald Duckin.
I went to graduate school.
Every Thursday.
To avoid terms like this.
And this is what my life has come to.
All right, next one.
Cambridge.
Okay, Mr. Harvard. Proxy beef.
Oh, I know what this is. This is when you don't have a problem directly with the person.
How did you know this?
Because I speak English. Proxy.
Welcome back to TGIF. Sitting with us, special guest host T.S. Madison, joining myself and Al Reynolds for the week. So please run those numbers up, hit that like button. All right, Shannon Sharpe has been buzzing on social media after fans spotted him sitting courtside with his personal stylist, Hollywood Mugler. Now, one person tweeted, "I see a lot of men defending Shannon Sharpe's comments, shaking my head. If you're a grown-ass man with a stylist, that's a man you suspect." And another person tweeted, "Shannon Sharpe let Cat Williams talk bad about folks on his show. Now they got gay allegations about Unc." All right, y'all. What are your thoughts on this situation? Maddie, let's go to you first.
First of all, let's talk about it. There's questions that I got. One, Shannon Sharpe, why did you block me on Instagram?
He blocked me too.
Like, why am I blocked on Instagram? And I'm actually, and Claudia, I'm actually about to take it light on him. But why did you block me on Instagram? I didn't even do nothing to you. That's
why take it light. Bring the heat. Spill the tea.
No, because I feel some type of way. Okay, for one, that man has a different to those people out there that are the lower level, the lesser level folks down there, the lesser level financial group folks. That man has a coin, and because he has a coin like that, he has a stylist. So I'm not in that man's tax bracket. So, girl, come on. So I could see him having a stylist, okay, and want to look good. Why can't a man want to keep a person that has him looking good? Two. Here's the problem with homophobia, transphobia, and all the phobia stuff. Y'all have this preconceived notion in your mind that anytime a man is friends with a gay person or a gay person is tight with them or work with them, all of a sudden now they having sexual intercourse, and that's not true. My security guard, my trainer is a straight man, and we are very close and very tight, and we don't have any type of sexual situation going on with each other. And it just burns me up, and this is what keeps the divide in our community like that.
Okay. Al, what are your thoughts?
I think to give it context, T.S. Madison, I do agree with you that there is like this if you're adjacent to hang out with a gay person, then you by association will be considered gay. I've dealt with that. I've dealt with my friends, and I think I've talked about it here on the show, how I do have some friends that I am totally cool with behind closed doors, but when we are in public, they don't necessarily want to show such a close association because they're afraid people are going to interpret that they too may be bisexual or gay. However, in this particular case right here, T.S. Madison, this young man, if I'm not mistaken, and Claudia, you can help me with this, used to be a stylist to a very highly successful, very attractive safety that played for the Arizona Cardinals. He had one of the largest contracts in the history of the NFL, like I want to say to the tune of $35 million. And this young man, who's now a stylist to Shannon Sharpe, was his assistant, and he allegedly outed Kerry Rhodes by showing pictures of them on vacation, talking about their relationship. He did a media tour. He did Tasha K. He did, I don't want to say something similar to the Breakfast Club or something like that, where he went on this little media tour talking about his relations with Kerry Rhodes. So I could see how people would be speculating because somehow this young man, whether he's a stylist or assistant, he finds himself next to extremely wealthy black males in sports and entertainment who look good as hell and make a lot of money. What say ye, Claudia?
Ooh. Well,
Cause wait a minute, let me spill a little tea out here. Cause I think this guy, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember back in the day, had a hots for Claudia. This professional athlete
He did send a publicist to ask me to go on a date, as well as Jennifer Hudson, as well as Eva Marcel. He was linked to a lot of hot women in Hollywood at the time. Well, Shannon already blocked me, so
why are the two of you blocked?
I don't know.
That he might think we might know something.
Oh, that's why you're gonna stay blocked.
Okay, look, I like Shannon Sharpe. I think he's great at what he does, and I loved him before his podcast. I think he's great at what he does. I like how he stands on what he says. But in this case, I love when I see straight men with gay men having a totally a pure friendship. I think that is like so helpful to bridging the gap. Just like it used to be taboo for Black and white people to be friends. It's how you learn about each other, by actually having someone in your circle that is not like you. I think that is not the issue at all. It is this particular person who is very messy in Hollywood. I think you're the one that told Shannon to block me, and that's why I'm blocked. Because me and Shannon didn't have no beef.
Oh, no.
I think you was like, I went on her podcast back in the day called Reach Around Radio, and he was very, very messy. My former friend Pam Baker interviewed him. And Hollywood, this is my thing about Hollywood. This is why people are side-eyeing your client. You had the trust of Kerry Rose. Kerry Rose was a star with the Jets. And then he went on to Arizona, where he got a huge contract. And you're right, Al, it was like $35 million. He was at a very high point in his career. All of a sudden, all these pictures got released of them in it looked very romantic, like putting laser on each other's necks, riding down inner tubes together between each other's legs, arm in arm, hugging. Now, who put the pictures out? Hollywood will say it wasn't him. Now, he told me, and I could say this, that he didn't sign a non-disclosure, so he could say whatever he wants. He felt some kind of way about being cast aside. Kerry will say, that was my friend. We were shooting a reality show. He was my assistant. And he just kind of went and used the pictures. Y'all can Google the pictures and y'all can figure it out for how you want. But Shannon Sharpe, as a man who's been in this business for a long time, of all the stylists, you just so happen to pick one that was very messy and actually ended the career of Kerry Rose. Kerry Rose was not allowed to play football after that. He was rejected. And this is a man that was still young. He was still good. And he should have still been in the NFL at least a couple more years after this. So that's why I know, Maddie, you're gagging right now. It's because it's a bit more to the story than just him hanging with a gay man. Now, the fact that on top of that, we are both blocked, don't help your case.
Y'all need to stop. Back up off of him.
Now I understand why I'm blocked. Oh my God.
Ain't no assistant putting his balls around my neck, though. I'm sorry.
Which balls?
You should have seen the pictures. He was up around Kerry Rhodes' neck. He had his legs straddling Kerry Rhodes' neck. Kerry Rhodes was carrying him on his back in a set of the pictures that were leaked.
Now, Kerry Rose is a very handsome guy. He now is on a Tyler Perry show as an actor. He's always wanted to be an actor. He was in Lady Gaga's music video. He's done a lot of stuff. And he'll say, no, that wasn't. But you know what? Whatever it was, Hollywood, I think, put the pictures, allegedly. Let me say allegedly, I think. But all I know is after those pictures came out, it went real bad for Kerry. And now Hollywood is courtside next to Shannon Sharpe, allegedly. But he got Shannon Sharpe looking good. He good at what he do.
He do look good.
So you mean to tell me he went from
yes, he did.
From that man to Shannon Sharpe, and then the other guy went from the stylist to Tyler Perry?
Working on a show, Maddie.
Oh, Maddie putting shit together. Okay.
Off for Kick said Claudia never getting unblocked now. Yo, all my followers been hitting up Shannon Sharpe during his live saying, unblock Claudia. And he been blocking them for saying it. Shannon, what did I do to you, Shannon? Call me. Araya MJ said, Claudia said the Chamber of Secrets. Listen, when I write my book, I'll be moving to Aruba shortly thereafterwards. Get into this too. During a recent interview, rapper Luce Cannon claimed that Shawnee Henderson, aka Shawnee O'Neal, allegedly gave him $50,000 to have sex with her. This is a messy ass show today. It is too early a damn week. The rapper alleges that Shawnee said she was like, I need some good bleep before I walk down the aisle. and the encounter took place 2 weeks before she married her now husband, Pastor Keon Henderson. Listen.
Baby, first of all, let me start this out. Now, y'all already know, y'all heard the story of Shaquille O'Neal with the small ding-a-ling. I already know that if she paid him $50,000 for a one-night stand, that thing better be long as this table. Because, baby, she probably took $50,000 of Shaquille O'Neal's dollars. To get touched on the inside part and somebody call her name.
Shaquille O'Neal, that I am trying to get on this show. That was T.S. Madison.
It was me. He heard the rumors too. He heard about his own. He got them big old feet and them little bitty.
He came to our show in Houston, so we gotta be nice to him. No, we like Shaquille. Don't talk about him.
Listen, just because you got a small penis don't mean we ain't getting.
I think because he's so big, anything you expect it to be to his ankle, right?
Girl, don't be fooled.
Maddie. Maddie.
Bring it in, Maddie. Bring it in.
He is a friend of the fucking show. This is my friend. Oh my God.
Sorry to tell you, Shawnee spent $50,000 to get her. She took all your money.
Oh my gosh, y'all are so messy. But this is some piping hot tea right here. Like, can they put the picture of the dude back up? Does he look like he got some good D? Does he look like he's slinging it like that, like $50,000 worth?
He is married to my friend Cherise Mills, and I was invited to the wedding. I couldn't make it. He's very happy. I just don't like.
So he cheated on her. He cheated on your friend.
It was before they got married. They just got married like last summer.
Oh, okay. So this is what I'm saying. You said it earlier, Claudia, about what is up with this new set of dudes who are all out here talking about their business on the internet. That is still blowing my mind. I've talked about this before on the show. I just have got to get used to this new set of dudes talking about their penis, talking about women's tussie cats, they are messy, they gossiping, they trying to beat somebody to the punchline. They sitting on these podcasts just like gossiping like a whole bunch of women. I feel sorry for straight women. This is crazy to me. Where did this new group of men come from, and why are they so eager to speak on women's business?
I think that money she allegedly paid you was for you to be quiet. You pay so you can shut the up. It ain't so you can run your mouth. And I did not like, and I'm about to call my girl Cherise, I did not like how he told that story in front of his new beautiful wife. Why are you talking about another woman in front of me? And why are you bragging about this? Like, that's something that you just laugh about it and you keep between you and your girl. I didn't like this. And this was, don't speak on a married woman now. I didn't like it. I thought it was whack. I'm calling you, Cherise. I'm going to talk to you and see how, both of y'all, I'm going to get y'all both on the line. Coming up next, we have an update on the man living in a storage unit. Well, he was. And later find out the sacrifice a mother of three is willing to make to follow her dreams. Lord, we'll be right back. Hit that like button. We going to hell after this show.
Sure is.
Welcome inside the black box.
So you guys ready to have some fun?
Forget the acting studio. I'm here with you guys.
Creativity will find its way. It doesn't matter what the ethnicity is.
Television and movies are the mediums of stereotypes.
Just because we all have the same color don't mean we have the same experience.
Your uniqueness is your greatness.
Welcome inside the black box.
Every Monday on Fox Soul.
Scene 103, take one.
I thought we'd be on the same page about this, and we're not.
How do I know the way I'm gonna respond to it?
I want you to get the vaccine because I want you to be safe.
What if you end up in the hospital? That's what I'm scared of.
If you was to die, man, that would literally kill me, man.
I hug you.
Yes. If it made you feel that way, bro, I'll probably do. I love you, man. I love you too.
What's going on, Claudia?
I'm in the White House, and if I'm not on the show tomorrow, then something happened.
You in prison.
TGIF.
Listen to what you just said. You are broadcasting your show from the White House. If that is not the hope and the dream of the slaves, then I do not know what is.
Live and interactive.
I just met the White House press secretary, and she knows me, and I think she knows me from T. I said, I have to go broadcast. She goes, oh, that's right, you're live. And I'm like, you know about us.
On Fox.
We got a few new phrases the kids are out there saying, and I want you to tell us what you think they mean.
McMillan and Mara.
Donald Duckin. I went to graduate school.
Every Thursday.
To avoid terms like this.
And this is what my life has come to.
All right, next one.
Cambridge.
Okay, Mr. Harvard. Proxy beef.
Oh, I know what this is. This is when you don't have a problem directly with the person.
How did you
but
know
the person,
this?
because I speak English. Proxy.
Welcome back to TGIF. Hey, y'all, if this is our last show, it's been real. We went out with a bang. We went out with a bang. All right, y'all. Speaking of going out with a bang, we ain't gonna leave y'all out hanging. We're gonna give you the tea and the information you need to make your life a lot easier. So when you get, cornered by that aunt at a family gathering and you feel like you have to bend the truth, the one that always asks about when you get married or what's going on with that promotion or why you still haven't moved out of mom and dad's basement, only for her to not really listen and just judge you. While you may have to just grin and bear it with their family, you shouldn't feel that way when talking to your doctor about that rash that weirdly looks like your high school crush, that you maybe eat pizza one too many times a week or something else. Enter ZocDoc, the place where you can find and book doctors who will make you feel comfortable and actually listen to you. And we're not talking about a few. We're talking about tens of thousands of doctors, all with verified patient reviews, so you can make sure the vibes are vibing before you even meet in real life. Now, with ZocDoc, you've got more options than you know. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you and instantly book appointments with them online. Listen, as much as we all move around chasing the bag and relocating, ZocDoc is the perfect app. When you want to you have to get a new doctor in all these different cities, you never know when an emergency is going to come up. So go to ZocDoc.com/T and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/T. ZocDoc.com/T. Promotional consideration furnished by ZocDoc. Before we go on to the next, Al, you've had to use this recently, right?
I did. And it's all Claudia's fault, everybody, because Claudia was having these rashes, these stress rashes that spread to me. And I'm in Los Angeles and I don't have a dermatologist here. And she knows I'm right. That's why she's laughing. So they spread to me and it's obviously was stress related. I had some type of a psoriasis. And so I went on ZocDoc. I had to find a dermatologist that dealt with these type of skin rash. I found it. It was less than 2 blocks from my home here in Hollywood. Went to it. They examined me. I got my medicine and I go back this week. So, hey, ZocDoc definitely works. And I recommend it for anybody that's looking for a trusted way to find a doctor to help you with whatever issue you're having.
Well, that's amazing because I think my highs are from menopause. So, Al, you going through menopause too? All right, let's get back to some topics. All right, y'all, we have an update. Last week, we showed you the man who went viral after bragging about the luxury of living in a storage unit with his girlfriend that was down for it. She must be getting that same deed that Johnny paid $50,000 for. Take a look at what happened next.
Storage unit. So we got kicked out of our storage unit. The higher ups found out about my video and went so viral. We ended up getting kicked out. Now we're just trying to figure out where to go and what we're gonna do with all of our stuff. We're gonna have to get a new storage unit. So yeah, we got kicked out. Now we got a free hotel. After getting kicked out of the storage unit, now we got a free hotel. It's so cold outside. We don't have to stay outside in the cold.
Okay, I mean, duh, you put it on social media and went viral. Are you surprised, Al? What do you think?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised. We talked about this. We knew he was going to get kicked out. It went viral. I don't understand how you want likes and follows more than you want stability in housing. Like, dude, what are we doing? Why are we at this impasse now, this intersection where people are going on social media telling all their business. In fact, he's basically telling on himself and putting himself in a worse off predicament. Now you have to figure out where to take all that stuff, and you're homeless. So now you have to find another storage unit, and you have to find a home. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I really don't get it. But obviously this is a trend. Thank goodness somebody who heard their story decided to buy them a hotel room for a couple of weeks. So maybe they are winning. But to me, this is just sharing way too much information. You're telling on yourself, you're getting yourself in trouble, and you're not helping your living situation.
Sherry Green in the comments says he's a nice young man with issues, comes from a good family. Claudia, his dad is someone you'd be attracted to. Does his daddy got a house, or is he in storage too? Maddie, what do you think about this?
First of all, the sympathy went to that white woman that he's with. Let's just get that right off of the top. That white woman that he over there that's standing behind him, that's who helped. That's why they got that whole hotel room for free.
No, that's not his girlfriend.
Who is that?
I think she's the one that helped with the hotel. His girlfriend's black, right, Claudia? The girlfriend that was
a white girl.
The girl that was on the couch was a white girl?
I thought she was white.
That white woman, Al, is the reason why he got this hotel room. That's why. And that same white woman is the reason why they lost that damn shed over there. Because then white people say, get that colored man out of here.
Not the shed.
First of all, I want to know why is that woman like really in this space sleeping down with him?
Oh, that is a white woman.
Why is she subjecting herself down on the ground like this with that man? What's going on?
Maybe he had that $50,000 peen.
Right.
Well, they should be putting it towards some housing or something. What city are they
in?
Detroit? No, I don't know. Don't get me the line.
Miss This here said the daddy and the kids can come move in with you. No, I don't. No, ain't no one live with me with my cats. No one's living with me. Matter of fact, if I get married, I think we might have separate houses. I think we cover stories like that. I think I'm good with that. Our dog said, at least we know they're actually in love. At least we know he isn't using her for housing. And Kim White said he should have counted his blessings and not post on social media. And Jay His Bardot says they said he just using the followers to get them support, to get them attention.
That man got a strong back. He got a strong face. His hair twisted up real nice. He better go down there to day labor and get him a job.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Go down there to day labor, sir, and get you a job. And take that white woman with you.
What's she gonna do, Maddie? Maddie, what we want her to do?
When she walk in there,
what we want her to do? She gonna
put in a good word for him. She's a white woman.
You know,
he works at a hotel, right? Allegedly, he works at one of the local hotels.
Well, obviously, they need to be giving him some room and board.
You know, I wonder if she got a racist family that's like disappointed she's with a black man, but then on top of that, she's with one that's homeless and got her in a storage unit. She messing up right now. She really is. Like, lady, both of y'all need to be working. There's no. I know the rent is high though, so I'm trying to be sensitive. But all right, let's move. Oh, a Cutie K says she's ride or die. All right, got the whole family.
Definitely riding.
Definitely. All right, keep it locked because coming up next, a mother of 3 is risking it all to become an influencer. This is so crazy. And later, we are playing a fun game of hit or miss. Keep it locked.
What's going on, Claudia?
I'm in the White House, and if I'm not on the show tomorrow, then something happened.
You're in prison.
TGIF.
Listen to what you just said. You are broadcasting your show from the White House. If that is not the hope and the dream of the slave, then I do not know what is.
Live and interactive.
I just met the White House press secretary, and she knows me, and I think she knows me from T. I said, I have to go broadcast. She goes, oh, that's right, you're live. And I'm like, you know about us.
On Fox Soul.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Welcome back to TGIF. All right, y'all. In the news of jacked up priorities, a mother of 3 is now homeless and living on the streets with her kids after moving from Florida to Houston in hopes of becoming a social media influencer. Carrier Jones told reporters Houston has one of the biggest populations of social media influencers. That's kind of my goal, to become a big influencer. Ma'am, it doesn't work like that. What are your thoughts on this story? Maddie, I know you got the same look I had this weekend when I saw this on social media, and she had kids and she living in it's a hot ass mess. Go ahead.
Everybody ain't supposed to be having children. Everybody, just because you can have children don't mean you're supposed to be having children. And here's my thing. Is your ultimate goal to be a social media influencer? Miss Thing, you could have picked up your telephone and did that from the comfort of where you were. And you dragging these kids out here in the cold, and now you had to call the police to, like, what is, everybody ain't together up here. So we have to have it together up here first, up here. And how do you think that you're gonna go and be a successful social media star in a place where there's so many social media stars? You could have done that from Florida. You didn't have to travel all the way to Houston, Texas to do that. Again, everybody that's having children don't supposed to be having children.
And here's some extra tea. Carrie was on the streets with her kids in 15-degree weather, right?
Yes.
And police moved them into a warming shelter. So she had no plan, ran out of money. I'm gonna just speak on this real quick and then I'm gonna go to Al. If you want to be an influencer, it's not something, it's like something that you are, and it gets amplified. I went to your page. I actually gave you a follow to try to help you out. You had about 200 or 300 followers when I went to your page. You don't go somewhere to become an influencer. You just are an influencer and people catch on to you. You have to like have the lifestyle, have the swag, have something that we admire. Like you're influencing culture. That's what influencers do. Like social media got people so messed up, competing with people whose stuff ain't real, trying to be something you're really not. You are on the floor, out on the ground outside with your kids, endangering these children to get attention on social media. It don't even work like that. You are hundreds of thousands of followers away from that being a viable source of income. Al, what do you think about this story?
This is probably, oh shit. This is probably one of the craziest stories that we've reported on since I've been on air. Sorry, guys. This is Joyce. Joyce, our producer. This is what my mic just fell down. This is Joyce's fault. Anyway, this is one of the craziest stories that we've ever reported on. Now, let me tell you, Maddie and Claudia, it was the craziest thing she's ever done, but we're talking about her. So this is good. You can still pivot and be that influencer, young lady. This is your time. Document your journey. Document your journey from being homeless from this point forward, and figure out a lane and how you can raise 3 kids and make that your story, make that your journey, make that your influence. You could be an influencer for many mother products. You could be influencer for many struggles in how to access services. Now that you've made the dumb mistake of doing this, turn that lemon into lemonade. And I think you have the opportunity. You're going viral. People are following you. Start documenting, post it on your page. It could be that simple. Document your time in the homeless shelter, document your time on the streets, document how you take care of those kids being unhoused. This is very good for you. And let me tell you guys something. This is interesting because 33 million Americans quit their job between 2021 and 2023 because they wanted to be an influencer. The statistics say that 63% of Americans will quit their jobs tomorrow if they could be influencers. She just kind of got it all conflated, I think, in her head on making it happen. She thought it was going to be easy. It wasn't. She's now on main media. We're talking about her. Turn this into money, sweetheart. You have the opportunity to do it, and look at the blessing that God has given you.
And while you're at it, tag Lil Boosie since he worried about the children.
She's an idiot, you guys. I'm just gonna say the quiet part out loud. You have kids at some point. You get to a point where it's like your dreams got to take a back seat to your reality. You still have mouths to feed, and that ain't for you right now. You get on your feet, and then when you get a little like space between you and homeless, then you have the luxury to do this. I'm sorry, but every dream ain't gonna be realized, and that may sound tough. But I come from the time of not everybody getting a goddamn participation trophy where everybody, you can be that too. You can be whatever you want. There are no losers. Yes, there are. And life is hard. And now you're dragging kids in 15-degree weather. You could get your kids taken away from you by CPS. And who are you going to influence then? Who are you going to influence? Who wants to be like this woman right now? Now, I would love a happy ending, Alec, you suggested. I think that would be dope if she does it the right way. But this is giving mental illness. It really is.
It is. Maybe she should have wanted to be a rapper.
Oh, you know what?
Seems like everybody can do that. Coming up, we are playing a fun festival game of hit or miss. We'll be back.
Scene 103, take one.
I thought we'd be on the same page about this, and we're not.
How do I know the way I'm gonna respond to it?
I want you to get the vaccine because I want you to be safe.
What if you end up in the hospital? That's what I'm scared of.
If you was to die, man, that would literally kill me, man.
I hug you.
Yes. If it made you feel that way, bro, I would probably do. I love you, man. I love you too.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Welcome back to the show. Oh, I see you, Tristan Lee, in the comments said the show is fire tonight. Put up some flames or some fire or some fingernails. What's the thing, Maddie, you like? The Maddie Mop is the fingernails, right?
Oh, it's the lipstick, honey.
Oh, lipstick. That's right. I'm sorry. The lipstick. I'm sorry. I knew that. The lipstick. Put the lipstick in the chat if you're enjoying the show with Maddie tonight. And let me know. Let us know. All right, y'all. The TV1 Urban One Honors took place over the weekend. So it's only right that we play a fun festival game of hit or miss. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Cue the music. First, we have Chloe Bailey. Hit or miss?
Oh, what's a hit, baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely give her a hit. I like the sheer, I like body. You know, anytime you throw an arm out, I'm here for it. And her hair looks good and her makeup is flawless. I give her definitely a good hit.
The hit.
The monochromatic look is working. I used to don't like that, but she looks bomb. All right, next we have Mary J. Blige, hit or miss.
I'm gonna let Maddie take that. We love Mary J. Blige. I don't know what's going on here. I will tell you that her face is flawless, but I'm not really seeing the whole dress situation. I'm gonna pass this to Maddie and Claudia right now.
Well, I saw the whole dress and it was cute, but her attitude was not up to par. I watched the little video of her getting on the carpet and she seemed like she was really irritated. Every time I've been seeing Mary lately, she's been giving me irritated vibes. I don't know.
Dang. Okay, so that's a miss.
That's a miss for me.
Miss attitude. All right. How about Miss LaToya Luckett? Hit or miss?
LaToya can't do any wrong for me. I just love how she just puts sexy and coy all together at the same time. I like this pink with the black glove contrast. I'm gonna give her a hit.
Maddie?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her a hit too. She's very sexy. Very, very sexy. A hit.
Very classy with it too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of the black gloves with it, but okay. You fly. Yandy Smith, hit or miss?
You know I love me some Yandy. Yandy has such great energy, but I'm gonna give her a straight miss on this. The drape ain't draping and the dress ain't dressing. Sorry, Aunt Yandy, you know I love you to the moon and back, but this is not giving what you should be giving on a red carpet.
Maddie?
You know, I'm in between because she's giving me pageant hair. But it is the draping around the titties, so I'm gonna give it an in between. Miss it.
I think she has big boobs, and it's hard for her.
In between, miss.
Yeah, miss it.
I think she looks pretty, and I mean, I think she has big boobs. That's it. I think she's pretty. All right, next up we have Shantae Moore, hit or miss?
I'm gonna give Shantae a hit on this because she tried and she can sing and she's beautiful. She's just absolutely beautiful. She's an older woman or a more seasoned woman. Her shoulders, her breasts, her body, it's all great. I don't know what's going on with that black thing fluffing around her, but everything else looks absolutely amazing.
All right, Maddie.
As a seasoned person, I'm gonna give her a hit because she's seasoned, and when you season and look that good, it's always a hit, honey.
Right.
I think she looks great. I used to see her on the Tom Joyner Cruise sometimes, and she used to sing and perform, and she did a great job. She sounds amazing live. She looks bomb here. I think she looks good. And listen, I aspire to be her. I think she's a few years older than me, and to be able to wear that, shoulders out, lean, hit. Last but not least, the legendary Dionne Warwick, hit or miss?
I'm gonna give Dionne a hit. Dionne can't do any wrong for me at this age. Her hair is beautiful. Her face is flawless. Look at that lipstick and that jacket. I mean, she just gives me royalty. She gives me black culture royalty. It gives me entertainment royalty. Definitely a hit for Dionne.
Was Dionne missed it for me, child? I would have loved to see her with a cigarette in her mouth, honey. It probably would have been, if she'd have been smoking one of those, a Newport or a Camel, I probably would have gave her a hit. Because baby, Miss Thing showed up there and was giving like, I just rolled over and came here to see what all the rest of the girls.
She cold.
Listen, we all know that Miss Dionne likes a hit of the weed. I'm gonna give it a miss though, because I'm not really feeling it, because I think she can do a lot better than this. Especially with that short cut. We should see some shoulders, some skin, some back. It's a miss for me. All right, that was fun. Now we gotta get into some foolery. Senator Tim Scott, a brother on the outside. On the outside. He a brother on the outside. He black on the outside, not on the inside.
To who?
Oh, to the white people that say, here's my black friend.
Ah, that's a good one.
Endorsed Donald Trump, and his eyes could not be bucking any bigger than they was bucking. Check this out.
We need a president who will close our southern border today. We need Donald Trump. We need a president. We need a president who will unite our country. We need Donald Trump.
Real quick, the shucking and jiving is very strong with this one. Matter of fact, he is so latched upon Donald Trump's taint. He wants to be the VP so bad that Mr. Heavy on the gums, light on the teeth, even went as far as to get engaged to a white woman this weekend. And I didn't even think he was on that team. But anyways, he's trying to show that he's going to be the stable relationship. Tim Scott, no one's buying it. And the bucking of the eyes and I've never heard you speak like this before. You are trying to play like you're pandering and it's so whack. Maddie, what you think?
Can we go back to heavy on the gums and light on the teeth?
All skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's all I'm going to say. All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
All I got to say is this the new Herschel Walker 2.0.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
We're gonna come on there, y'all.
Yes, sir.
I'll be the good vice president, sir.
That's a good master.
We thick, sir. We thick.
Me and Carson ain't got nothing on me, sir.
Oh, they got good insurance. They got good insurance over there.
You up in this Dragons tomorrow. I want to thank my co-host, Al Reynolds and T.S. Madison for joining us tonight. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Stay tuned for Fox Soul Face Off. We'll see you tomorrow. And Tim Scott, we're going to be coming for you. And we're going to keep our your neck and your gums all election cycle. Bye, y'all.
Have a good night, so